Hit you with the obvious question first. Is Grayson going to start
Yeah.
at Louisville?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What did you come out of the UConn game about with him?
Look, he did a lot of good things.
Okay.
He competed. He ran the ball well. I thought he, did some decent things in the passing game. Missed some things. I'm sure he wishes he could have those plays back. But I thought he did a lot of good things in the game. He's competitive. He's a competitive guy.
Did the sacks concern you?
Yeah, but that's not all on the offensive line. Of
Okay.
course they concern me. The backs didn't protect well. The line had their issues at times. He held the ball at times. It was all-encompassing. The routes weren't great at times. Everybody's involved in sacks, not just the offensive line.
Louisville intercepted Carson back 4 times. What do you see from their defense?
Yeah, they do a great job. You got to make good decisions. They disguise, they blitz you, they show blitz, they pop out, play coverage. So difficult defense.
Just going to ask about the secondary, and you were talking about giving up a lot of yards on first and second down. Just in terms of containing receivers so they don't get so much separation. Where has that been in terms of your guys' focus?
It just hasn't been great, right? So you give up 5 yards on first down, then you give up second and 5. Now you give up another. Maybe you do a good job on second and 5, but it still gains 3 yards or 2 yards. Now it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, and you're not in good shape. So we got to do a much better job on first down. I thought we did okay stopping the run last week, but obviously we didn't stop the pass at all. So Louisville does a good job in both areas, running the ball and throwing the ball. And our guys will have a good plan, and our guys go out there and they'll fight their asses off.
Running game on your side, how do you keep things rolling?
Yeah, we again, I thought the offensive line, the tight ends did a good job. Jordan saw it well. He did a good job. So it just has to continue. It's going to be different because it's a different defense. Some of the things we do will be different. But Grayson had some good runs in the game, obviously. So we have to, we just have to be consistent with it.
Coach, obviously dealing with injuries, some notable impact players like Amari Jackson, Jude Bowery, Bam Crouch. Is it possible to get a status report on where they are and if they plan on returning this year?
No, I don't think Bam will be able to return. Skeet won't be able to return. No, Sayer, Amari might. Amari might, not this game. Sayer, no, out for the season. There's others, but yeah, no, there's Bowery will be back. Doherty won't play in this game. So yeah, but there's probably others, but yeah, that's off the top of my head.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
What were your overall takeaways from the team's performance against UConn?
Not, some good, some bad.
Another primetime game. Just how do you kind of, I guess, what's the messaging in terms of, we have another chance on national television to make a
The
statement?
messaging is easy. You don't have any choice, Kev. You go out there, what are you going to do? You go out there and you play hard. You try to do exactly what we're asking you to do to the best of your ability. Play fast, play with great toughness, play with great energy. What other choice do you have? You're an athlete. You're a competitive athlete at the Division I level. Like, I understand the question, but in our room or in our team meeting room, in our meeting rooms, on this practice field, we don't have any mindset like that. Yeah, we're not winning right now. We totally get that. We know the fans are not happy. We understand that. We can't do anything about that other than show up, practice, and be ready to go on Saturday night. Another great opportunity, like you said. A night game down in Louisville. Very, very good opponent that just came off of beating Miami. So, it'll be a difficult chore, but we're excited for the challenge.
I was going to ask you about that. What did they do to beat Miami?
Somebody said it. I think Trevor said it. They had 3 or 4 interceptions, 4 interceptions, I think it was.
Right, 4.
They had explosive plays on offense. Did a really good job. They used different quarterbacks. They got Miller Moss. They put Deuce back in there, number 13. They do run the Wildcat. They do a lot on offense, so they created some explosive plays. Coach Brown does a great job. Got a lot of respect for what he does, and then they were able to take the ball away.
A lot of freshmen gaining valuable experience. Can you describe what they're doing behind the scenes in practice that fans may not see that gives you optimism going forward?
Oh yeah, the 25 class is really good. We're excited about the 25 class. A lot of those guys, not all, but a lot of those guys are playing, whether it's Robert Smith and the 24 freshman class, like Judah Pruitt played last week. Then on defense, a lot of those guys, Ashton Cunningham, TJ Green, Marcus Upton, Omarion Davis. A lot of guys are getting valuable time. You'll see Kamori Dixon will play this week. Zachary Thomas will play. You'll see some different players in there that are getting a good opportunity.
think Kalen Chudzinski was going to last week, leading freshman
Yes,
tight
I
ends and
mentioned
receptions and
Yeah.
yards. What have you seen through his progression so far? What has he learned from Jeremiah? How excited are you about his future?
Yeah, smart player, very instinctive player, got good hands, good route runner. He comes from coaching family. Obviously, he's been around the game a long time. I think his favorite player growing up was Antonio Gates because he probably saw him up close and personal at practice and things like that. So yeah, he's done a great job. He's a really good young player. I should have mentioned him before. He's one of our better young players, no doubt about it.
Another St. John's prep guy, Brian St. Pierre, won the Hall of Fame this
Yeah.
weekend. Just talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, it was such an honor to be able to be invited to that, to watch him. I've known him for a long time, known his family. His dad was our team doctor when I was there, when I played there. Dr. St. Pierre, great orthopedic surgeon up there on the North Shore. And also his dad was the 100th captain at Harvard. So his dad's just awesome, mom's awesome, his wife and kids. And he was a great player here. He was a BC guy, beat Notre Dame 3 times. Just an awesome guy, great high school coach, doing a great job at St. John's Prep, and a guy that I just think is a stand-up BC, just an awesome guy and a well-deserving honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Coach, as you're speaking post-game, you've been coaching for 30 years, you're resilient, you've seen it all at this point. Can you just speak to your, what you do personally when you're facing kind of a challenging season like this, and where people are kind of checking out and it's very frustrating, but to keep that vision there for your team and your coaches?
Every day,
Yeah.
same energy. Show up with the same juice every day, same energy. Coach at the same. Don't make huge changes. Stick with the process. There's tweaks that we have to make, obviously, schematically and things like that. But stick with the process. And look, this is football, right? And if you know anything about me, which I don't think you guys know a whole lot about me, but I've been through a lot. My wife and I have been through a lot. And so this is football. This is the game of football. We all want to win. We are working very hard to win. But at the end of the day, it's about these kids, teaching them how to play football, making sure they get a great degree, doing the best job I can to represent Boston College in the best way possible, and keep building, keep working, keep going. There's no other choice. We don't have any choice. Those guys out there know that. They're going to play hard. They're going to show up every game, and we're excited for the challenges. You guys good?
So,
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.